Welcome to this bolt action battle report. It's 1250 points. We're at the early war here, early war British, the British Expeditionary Force against the Blitzkrieg Germans. So the British, they're from Aaron's collection, but Mike has returned here as he gets deeper or goes down the bolt action rabbit hole here. And it's been confirmed Mike has chosen and has some of the models for the Russians, early war and mid-war. So a new front on the east potentially opening up at some point in the future. So warm-up game here for Mike just to get a grasp of the rules. He's played a game already, but a second game here just to get some practice in here with the core rules. He's going to use Aaron's early war British. So run through the German force here first of all. Modified from the game played against Aaron, basically changed the armour around just to debut and try out some of the new tanks fresh from the painting desk. We have an artillery platoon across here, so officer and a man. We have a Pak 36 anti-tank gun, and then the short-barreled light howitzer. Then a rifle platoon made up of a number of different units. Just with the points adjustments having to be made, all of my infantry sections are 9 men in total. Each has an MG 34 machine gun. And then all the models, including the NCO, are equipped with rifles. We have an artillery, aircraft spotter, and a man. Kradschützen, I think it's pronounced, with the motorcycle units. Paid the points to give 2 of the models SMGs, and the other 2, one's the loader with a rifle, and the other's carrying a machine gun. Officer and a man for that platoon. We also have a 2-man sniper team as well. And then finally, changing out the armour again here for the Germans as the collection expands. It is the short-barreled Stug 3 with the medium howitzers. So it's this one here, the short-barreled Stug. Stug 3, it's an A or a B, I think. It's early war, they're 155 points each. It's a casement-mounted, forward-facing light howitzer. It's a 9+, it's a medium tank. There is no machine gun on this thing, so it just comes with a single shot at medium howitzer. No, it's a light howitzer. Okay, so I think it's a 2-inch blast. We'll see how effective they are. They're good against buildings and infantry. We'll see how well they cope against the Allied tanks. So that's the early war Germans. For all of your bolt action needs, the link below is the affiliate link for Warlord Games. They have some great deals on their website. Obviously, the full range is there on their website as well. It doesn't cost you anything to use that link, but when you do, it does help support the channel in a small way. It's much appreciated. So you can check out Warlord Games for your bolt action, and also the vast array of other ranges that they do, black powder, epic battles, and so on. And then debuting these, now 2 of these 2 here are 3D prints from Gaming Squared, and they are fantastically detailed. They are really nicely done. So link below for Gaming Squared. They've done a real good job here on these Stug 3s. Some of Aaron's tanks as well around the other side have been 3D printed by them as well. So do check them out. Gaming Squared and their eBay store. Link for them below. So also to mention, the Germans, they're all regulars. Same here for the British. All of the units are regular. So with this list here, we have a rifle platoon, 2 squads of 10, and there is a light machine gun in each of those. There's an officer to lead them, brain gun carrier with an anti-tank rifle team, and this model here is an artillery, off-board artillery spotter. The British get 2 of those that can be used during the game. Then a smaller rifle platoon across here, 2 5-man squads and brain gun carriers, and an officer as well to lead them. And then finally, the armour platoon. Aaron's invested heavily in armour here for his collection to change the list around. So 3 A10 cruiser tanks with their light anti-tank guns and what looks like 2 machine guns as well. There's a Daimler armoured car, and then finally a Matilda is retained in the list as well. So Aaron's not here, so we can talk honestly about his painting, but I think it's fantastic. It is fantastic. It really is good. Aaron's a very, very neat painter. Aaron is doing painting commissions. It is available through him. I'll leave his email address in the video description below. So you can see he's painted up all of these models here for his early war British, but he can paint pretty much anything.
Soviets?
Yeah, he can paint your Soviets for you. So examples, we've seen him in videos before. He's painted up Napoleonics and so on. It's even into the fantasy stuff, 40k, whatever you want can be painted up by him. So email address, get in contact with Aaron, and he can get back to you with a quote for your own painting commissions. And as I said, Gaming Squared, they've done these tanks across here. They're all from them. So link below for Gaming Squared. That's the lists here for both of the armies. We will take a look at the scenario next. This battle report is sponsored by MuddyPawTerrain. They specialise in polysand. I've got 6 different shades here. Just popped open the lids here. This basing material comes dry, and there's a great advantage to that, which we'll talk about in just a moment. We've got platinum shade across here, black, different options for your basing, grey, pearl, like an off-white kind of colour. We have tan, and then fieldstone here as well. What's unique about this basing material is it's polysand, so it's activated with just water. You can use PVA glue, which is what I'm used to doing for my basing. You can use watered down PVA or just water to activate this. So you can apply it to your basing dry, and then you can use like a mister with water, or you can apply the water first, and then the sand will set rock solid. I was sceptical of it at first, but this is a unique type of sand. I put it onto this vinyl tile here, and that has gone absolutely rock solid. There is no movement in that at all, and I activated that with just water. Nothing else added, no glue, no surface glue or anything used at all, and it's set like concrete and it's stuck to the surface of that vinyl tile. So I hope to, in future videos, show you some sample boards here with the stuff being used, but 6 different shades available. I'll leave a link to the Etsy store and other details in the video description below. These are large tubs. They're great for terrain or for basing your armies. You know, one tub of this is going to base multiple armies. Easy to apply. You can apply it dry or wet if you wish. As it starts to set, you can push models into it or adjust and change and model before it goes rock solid. The great thing about supplying it dry is you've not got to worry about these tubs drying out with like the pastes that you can get. So with this, you can store it dry, use it whenever you want, and get full usage of each of these tubs. So MuddyPaw have exclusively granted a discount, so you'll find a discount code in the video description below. It is for 30% off across the store here, so I'll leave a link for the store and also that discount code that you can use for this poly sand. So do check them out, MuddyPawTerrain, link below, and discount code is available. So we have a scenario. We're going to play envelopment. It's one of the story scenarios here. We're going to turn things on their head, as the result here is the British are going to be the attackers. So an armoured counterattack, which did happen in the war. The Germans blitzkrieged forwards, and there were times, such as scenarios like Arras, where the British armour counterattack. So we're going to play that kind of scenario here, in which case the Germans are the defenders. Their deployment zone marked by the red dice across here. Then around the other side of the board, Mike's army, at least half, if not all the way up to the full army can come on as the first wave on turn 1. So Mike can decide which units are part of the first wave, and any that aren't go into reserves. The Germans must deploy at least half of their force on the board, and the rest go into reserves to arrive turn 2 onwards. So with envelopment, it really is a breakthrough that's required for victory for the Allies. So Mike will need to get units all the way across the board and into our deployment zone area across here, and even better than that, to actually get them off of our deployment zone edge, to actually drive through our lines and then get off the board to pick up even more points. There is a preliminary bombardment available in this game on a 2+. Mike will get it and he'll bombard the German lines. For victory points for this one, it's for the Germans, it's 2 points for every kill. That's basically how we pick up our points. For the British, they get 1 point per kill. They get 2 points for each unit parked up inside our deployment zone at the end of the game, and they'll get 3 points for each unit that is able to get off of our deployment zone edge. So to stand a chance, Mike has got to push through into our deployment zone, and if not, get as many units off the board as possible to achieve victory. So we're going to declare what units are doing what here for both sides. Just to clarify on terrain, so we've got dirt tracks running around here. I'm going to play this as a ruin. Class these as dense terrain. Same with the hedges. Then that's pretty much it for terrain here on the board. Most of the comments that we're getting on the channel is about the terrain. So the roads are all scratch built. The hedges are also scratch built as well. So if you like our terrain and want to replicate that, we're building a full catalogue of videos to explain how that's done. That's on channel membership here. Showing you how these roads are made. They're made from scratch here. So that process is all revealed in that video. There is a tutorial for the hedges as well. Those are scratch built. So you can check out the video for that. There's also a guide on the trees, and we have other tutorials on the way as well. So if you like our terrain, then become a channel member, and you can copy the terrain that you see here for your own games of bolt action and beyond. You can use this board for things like Napoleonics. I guess World War I it could be used for, all different theatres of war here with these dirt track roads. We will allocate units now for units starting on the board for the Germans, and then what's going into the first wave for the Allies. So deployment is complete. The Germans have put most of their units on the board. It's been good fun putting these Stugs out on the table. Quite defensive and type unit. Look good in defence with their low profile. One on the right hand side, just facing off here with the building, joined by an infantry squad and an officer and a man. This is the aircraft spotter unit. Pack 36, just with its eye up the road here, just covering that. Joined by a Stug on its left hand side. Then an infantry group across here, so we have the light howitzer, officer and a man, and then 9-man squad. They're in the hedge. One Stug here, just deploying right up to the edge of the deployment zone, getting ready to move around and cover the entrance across there. And a sniper team, they're not in the hedge, infiltrating in outside of our deployment zone. So that's deployment done. Germans are spread thinly across the table. Motorcycle unit off the board, and also we have a 9-man squad inside the half track off the table as well in reserves. That's turn 2 onwards for those. And I'm just around the other side of the table so you can see the view here for the British. So this is their right hand flank, entry point there in the hedgerow. Coming across, there's a road here in the middle, which just bends and sweeps around to the left hand side. There's the hill. Hopefully we'll have a tutorial for those coming soon. That's the first hill that's been created here for the terrain. And then this road across here, heading off in this direction, you can see the Stug and anti-tank gun just ahead. This is the route of attack here for the British Expeditionary Force. So a fresh cadet British officer has put Major General Walker has been put in charge here of this attack. If you can nominate as the commander for your army, or just, it doesn't have to be like the leader of the army, it could just be a particular unit of your choice. Okay, that's the platoon commander for the mechanised infantry. So that's going to be Chris Hutchins, one of our top tier supporters on Patreon. And then for the Germans, these Stugs are slightly different. Yeah, the one with 2 aerials. This one across here, this can be Gareth Wallace, Von Wallace here for the Germans, anchoring the right-hand flanks. Big shout out to those 2 top tier supporters on Patreon. Dice are in the pot, ready to go. The battle shall begin. Okay. Oh, yes. I forgot. Mike remembered. Well done.
Yeah.
2+ for a preparatory bombardment.
Yeah.
Just don't roll a...
Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
A 1. A 2. Hull facing. It goes off. That's fine. It's actually a 2+. So we will work out the results here for the preliminary bombardment. All right. Boom, boom, boom. The bombardment's taken place. Causing disruption. 2 pins. 2 pins. They escaped. 2 pins and hit, took a casualty. 1 pin on the Stug, 2 pins on the anti-tank gun. Infantry took 1 pin, 2 pins, 2 pins, and 2 pins. So pretty good.
Yeah.
Pins are annoying.
Can I do it again?
As well remembered. I always forget Mike's remembered. So part of bolt action is to remember rules like that. Bombardment's been successful enough. Turn 1 coming up next. So you're thinking of getting into Bolt Action 3rd edition. What could be standing in your way is this rulebook here. It's over 300 pages long. And so what we've done here on the channel is created a unique series giving you the full lowdown and the full explanation of how to play Bolt Action 3rd edition. To unlock the full video course, you can join us on channel membership. The link for that will be below in the video description, or you can go to the channel homepage and hit the join button. As soon as you join us, it'll give you access to all of the episodes and you can watch those. And hopefully it'll be a great guide to help you get onto the tabletop and playing your own games of Bolt Action 3rd edition. Right, turn 1. First dice out the bag. Mike can do the honours here.
I'll need to shake it first. Because...
Yes, yeah, mix them up good and proper. It's a British dice. How and where will he attack? So the aim is to get off this edge or within our deployment zone by the end of the game. Does he go hell for leather here and go straight forwards? Does he pincer attack down one side? Does he go for more of a measured approach? It's down to this perhaps inexperienced commander to make some decisions at this early stage. So, cruiser tank is not turned up here, it's turned up over here. 18-inch move coming on from the edge. So there he is, first tank on the board. No pressure. We're just checking the rules. Light anti-tank gun, these are a 9. They are tough. And then us shooting back at Mike, he's an 8, and we're a +2 pen. Not that great at all. So really, I think damage against the allies or against us, vehicle-wise, is going to have to be done at close range, if not very close range, like flanks and rear and point-blank range, for both sides here. And that is the allies' intent, is to push deeper into our deployment zone. Next dice out the bag. Could be anybody here. 1 tank on the board, but it's no real indication of where the majority of the force is going to come on. It's another British dice. Okay, second dice here. Brain gun carrier from the regular infantry platoons. Bombed on here. Another run move, 18 inches. And now a German dice. So we did an officer snap to action. We snake-eyed here and cleared all pins. Strugs pushed forwards and gone next to the building. Officer ran up with them, lost a pin. Fouled morale here, rolled an 11 with the pins of 12, -2 for the officer, still fouled on a 10, needing a 9, and they've gone down. So that squad's, that's literally because of that bombardment. They've been disrupted and they'll stay where they are. So a couple of dice being drawn. It's down order here, busted morale on the anti-tank gun, very annoying. Kept all of our pins. Then Mike's pulled a British dice and a cruiser's turned up over on the extreme left-hand side. It's going to go toe-to-toe with the howitzer, or the Stug 3 with the howitzer across here. So an advanced move made. Can you check range? If your range is 24, it means you've closed the range.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Right. So now you could potentially penetrate the armor on this thing. If you can get a hit, 1 dice, needing a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yes. 1 dice, needing a 6. Oh, no. Soft cover. For defense, we do get it. To block it on a 5+. We don't. You've done it, Mike. All you need to do, you could destroy this on a 4+. 1 dice, needing a 4.
This is where to go wrong. Oh,
Done it. He's done it. He's popped a Stug.
So can you do this more often? I need a 5, I roll a 5, you need a 6, I roll a 6,
string of good
roll a
dice. Yes. Well done. Right. Up in smoke it goes. Stug destroyed. A string of results like that can really change the shape of a game. Stug destroyed. Caught out the side of the building here. Cruiser claims its first victim. Well done. Light tank taking out the medium German Stug here. Right. Next dice out the bag. Going very well for the British so far. Okay, German dice passed, cleared the pin, turned, pivoted, gone up the road. I'm going to put a shot into this cruiser. It's all kicking off rather quick here. 5+ for a hit. Ooh. Okay. Short range. AP +2. AP +2. Then we've gone and done it. Yeah, soft. Cover save.
Oh.
This could be the difference.
Well,
It's debatable. Maybe a 4. If you roll a 4, we'll discuss it. 2. No, that goes through. And a 4+ to blow up the cruiser. Unbelievable. And it goes up as well. Tanks are just blown up quick. Right, so up it goes. Yeah, dice is removed. And then Mike can do the honours here and put a burning wreck marker on that cruiser. Tanks aren't lasting very long here. Okay, so German dice drawn, snap to action. Lost a pin and moved. A run move with these to relocate and lost a pin. And then remain stationary here with this German infantry. Actually gone into ambush. There's no need for them to move. They remain hidden. Another German dice activating the Stug. I've just rallied and cleared all the pins. Mike has then brought on a cruiser. Second one's arrived. This flank, which was pretty well covered by the Germans with the loss of him, has now opened up quite nicely. So Mike electing to bring on the cruiser up the road. And it's going to put the bow machine gun and the main gun into the anti-tank gun. 1 dice needing a 5 for a hit. Done it before. You can do it again. 4. And then 2 shots with the bow machine gun needing 5s. No, all right, shots have missed. Okay, so we've gone through the remaining dice and turn 1 has come to an end. I've made an advanced move here with the... No, I haven't. I've got morale test to do. We're okay. So I'll lose a pin. So an advanced move to the edge, just with line of sight here for spotting of our aircraft, potentially. Snipers just gone into ambush. We're not pushing into the hedge. There's no real target for us. We could try and put a pin on a Bren gun, but there's danger of us being shot back. That finished off the German move. And then for the British, across the other side, and Mike has committed most units to this flank attack here. So British infantry squad pushing through to the fence line. Artillery spotters just behind the Matilda. Daimlers come on. Officers come on for the platoon. Infantry squad running and pushing forwards here. So British really are out in force on that flank. And then Bren gun carriers turning up. One there with the squad inside and the officer. Another one with the anti-tank rifles turned up there as well. So some British units pushing through on their right-hand flank, but the majority of the force is going to make a push on the left. So this is the British perspective. Across here. If they can make a well-coordinated assault and break through across here, victory will be theirs. It started well, 1 Stug down. There's 2 more lurking around on the board. We're going to go on to turn 2 next. Alright, so turn 2. See what dice comes up here. Mike can do the honours to see which dice is drawn first. Both players want the first dice. British. Okay, choose carefully, but one of the units can be activated. So British dice drawn. Snap to action. Officer at the back. He's going to activate the cruiser. It's going to go 9. Closing the range now, pushing towards halfway across the board. It's an advanced move, and Mike said he's going to put a shot in here. So it's going to be the main gun plus a bow machine gun. So the main gun needs 5.
No.
No. And then 2 shots with the bow machine gun. It's 4 shots halved for a vehicle, so 2 shots needing 5s. My reaction, I'll just take it. 1 hit does come in. Well done. So it's going to be another pin. It's a good result. And it's going to be a 4 up to cause a wound. You do. And I'm going to get a 5+ to try and survive. We block it. All right, but a vital pin does come through. Next up's the Matilda. So it should advance and go 6 inches, but slower. Just an infantry support tank. Okay, slowly but surely. And it's either the turret machine gun or the main gun. Mike will go for the main gun. And I think his intent was to shoot at these. Okay, you can turn the turret. James would do sound effects, but you don't have to.
Oh, I couldn't. I would just...
Leave it to James. 6 is a hit. All right, we'll check here. HE being fired. As per usual, always correct us if we think we're wrong on any rules. So my reaction was to take it. Way over half the units gain cover from this building. And then we're hidden. So we're going to get +1 to that. So it's going to be a 3 up for our saves. Mike's the max he can get is 4. So 4 dice. And I think you're going to be on 2s here for damage. No, pin +1. So 4 dice need 3s. That's good enough. 3 go through. And we'll try and block on 3 ups. Oh, we fouled 2. 2 casualties. Good result. 1 and 2. And D2 pins. Got it. All right, 2 pins. Question about hidden. The rules say that you will lose your hidden ability as soon as you're hit, which is what's happened. Mike has hit me. But then the rules say you get +1 to your cover saves. You'd never get that because as soon as you hit, you'd lose it. That's what I'm wondering. Whether you get your cover... As soon as you struck me, right, you've hit me. I then lose my cover saves. But then it says you get the cover save for being hidden. So I'm just wondering what's the point of getting +1 to cover save if you can never get it. So I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, we'll play it so that I have lost my hidden. I rolled a 3, so it should be another casualty. We'll do it like that. So that was a good strike. That hurt, that did. And then the officers run up the road to keep up with the cruiser. It's going very smoothly on the left-hand side here for the British so far. So a few things here for the Germans. Fire order issued, and we've marked up the Matilda. We'll see if we can get some aircraft cover coming in. Snap to action across here. Advance, lost a pin, got to the rough ground, the hedges, and then shot through. No hits coming through, needing 6s because we're pinned and then moved. And the officer just cleared his pin. I've done a down order on him actually just in case we get shot at, but he should be safe enough behind that building. I'm thinking if we try and occupy that building, we'll just be shot at by a load of HE, so we're just trying to shelter behind the building as much as we can. So German dice has come up, officer snap to action, ambush and ambush. Busted morale, went down with this, very annoying. With the light howitzer, we tried to do a fire order. A token's been placed here, that's Mike's artillery observer there at the back. Seeing through to here, the token's gone there. 4+ that'll go off next turn. So a few more activations for both sides. Brain gun carrier moved round, immediately ambushed, just trying to put a pin, which we did. Pin scored, shot through. Thanks to the pin, no hit received against these from the brain gun. Carrier, or universal carrier, and then across infantry squad, not running now, but advancing through the fence line. Put some shots into this squad across here. 5 hits, 3 wounds. No. Yeah, 3 wounds, fouled them all. 3 casualties taken. Morale test passed, just about another pin caused, but that squad's in a real sorry state. Good shooting from the British rifles across the other side. Okay, so a few more dice have been used and units have been activated. So down on the squad inside the half track has come on from reserve. Double six here, failed to come on with the motorcycles. A run move executed by the half track, just trying to bolster this flank where the majority of the British are attacking. And down here, busted on morale or failed an order test again. No, it wasn't actually. I was trying to do a rally and still failed it. Yeah, still failed that. Backed up with the Stug, no shooting. Sniper's done a runner across here, the two-man team. Brain guns are making their move. They are loaded up with units. They're worth a lot of points if they can get off the board for the vehicle and the squad inside. So those two have emerged, advanced moves. We've seen that one, it's been shot at and has returned fire. And infantry squad's dashed up the board. I think we might not have covered those already, so they've gone 12 inches pushing up. Daimler's, well, the Dingo's pushed up as well. And the cruiser tank pushing up on the extreme left-hand side. Both, all those units now reaching the halfway point across the board here by turn 2. So good progress. Stugs spun around and has got to the edge across here. Germans going to desperately try and keep the British back on this right-hand flank. End of turn. We're going to go on to the third turn of the game next. Possibility of artillery barrage coming in. Possibility of German aircraft support arriving on the board as well. So still to play for. British are getting dangerously close, looking strong enough on the table, but still plenty of time left for either side to secure victory. Okay, so on to turn 3, the third turn of the game. Mike can roll for his artillery result across here. 4+ for it to go off. Oh, blast, literally.
Nice.
Yeah, lands there. It's D6 + 6 for the radius. 9 inches. I think he's going to catch all of his intended targets, plus potentially a couple more. All right, so that was the point there. 9 inches caught all of these, including the half track, took 2 pins. Stug took 3. 3 on the anti-tank gun. It really hasn't been their day today. Pin on here and 2 or 3 pins on the infantry squad. Major disruption. No hits being caused, but lots of disruption coming through for sure. It's really good, really helping the British as they try and push through on this flank. So well-timed artillery strike. Do we hear the whir of engines in the sky? We don't. Rolled a 2. So it means we can change target to something else we can see, but I'm happy to leave it as it is. The Matilda's one of our main targets usually. So happy to leave that as the target. So no aircraft flying over this turn at least. We'll press on to the first dice out of the bag. This time, once again, both sides will want their dice coming up. It's a British dice. So advanced move here. Mike's already moved the officer, that's fine, but he's moved up here with the cruiser. He's got to push forward, so this is turn 3. Yeah, so British do need to get a move on. Need to get units off the board. So where to shoot? There's loads of options.
I think the half track.
5+. And the machine gun can go here.
Oh.
That's a miss, and then 2 shots. And missed as well. All right, so that's that cruiser finished. That's the cost of moving, but I suppose the scenario dictates that it has to happen. Matilda can go 6. She can smash her way through the fence. Won't slow her down. That's fine. And here,
yeah,
1 shot needing a 5. This is the choke point across here. This is the crucial part, and that's a miss as well. Okay, so officer snap to action. Infantry squad's pushing into this, just playing this as a ruin, like dense terrain. So they've gone in, they've shot out point blank range, lost a rifleman, passed morale, took a pin from the Dingo as well, moving through, pivoting and shooting the officer, and then follow up here with a cruiser tank and a shot through here and missed, and then a shot across here and missed as well. So German dice have come up across here, fire order from these, shot into here and did no damage. We lost a pin. The officer then scarred, but he's run across it on a run move, losing a pin. We've then passed, because he then got within 12, another German dice came up, activated the Stug, lost a pin, advanced move. I'm going to shoot point blank range into him, needing a 4+ because of our pin. I think we've missed because of the pin. Okay, so that's the Stug with its firepower finished. A bit of cat and mouse taking place. We have brain gun carrier. Mike was going to try and bomb him through here. It's really worth doing, but failed thanks to that pin from that ambush. So it rattled them and they backed up and gone down across there. This one's bombed forwards with a run move. In response, we've just done an advance and a pivot here with this Stug, desperately trying to stop these vehicles from breaking through. Point blank, we need a 3. We do get a hit. So I've hit you, and something like a 4 or 5 would be good. A 1. No, so you just take a single pin. So a string of dice have come up. A rally, cleared our pins, finally. Then the half track passed order test, took away a pin, has moved around, just an advance move with him. Sniper moved across, shot and missed. And then I'm not sure if I covered this one, where you pivoted went into the hedge, ambush, firepower across here, a pin on the Bren gun carrier. Yes, Mike disembarked in the corner with the anti-tank rifle team, took a shot and put a pin on the Stug. British dice came up, excellent marksmanship from this squad across here. They shot through, got a wipeout against what was left of this German squad, MG34, the NCO brought down. Further opening this gaping hole now on the German right-hand flank. We don't really have the units to plug it, is the problem. As said already, the rot started with the loss of the Stug on the right-hand side. This is the breaking point, the break-in point here for the British forces. Okay, so last of the dice being used up. The 2 squads inside here, the officer and the unit, those dice have been put there. A pivot, a single pivot, and then a run move. So another brain gun carrier breaking through a desperate British attempt trying to break through the gaps in the hedges to head off in this direction. Germans just really trying to play a delaying action here as best as they can. Motorcycle units turned up here. Usually they're for penetrating deeper into the fight, but we're able to hold on this right flank as best as we can. And yes, the aircraft spotter team, they've kind of climbed up here, a single rifle shot across there and missed. End of turn. We're going to roll on to turn 4 next. Critical point in the game. Can the British exploit this gap? Will the aircraft turn up? Will the artillery barrage land there as well? There's still a real fight taking place on this right-hand side. Desperate stuff here. Germans desperately trying to maintain the line. The British trying to break through on 2 fronts here and on their left-hand side. Okay, it's aircraft. 4+. Nope. 3. Oh, we can change target, but we'll leave it. And that's it.
No.
Mike can roll up for... yes. 4 up's good.
No.
The one. I think that's going to be a random scatter. We'll check this one. Okay, so it did scatter 11 inches. It was around about here, and it's gone across in this direction, landing here. More pins coming through. 2 pins on the Stug, an extra pin and 1 pin being caused on the half track. Everything else out of range was an 8-inch blast for that one. So just to remove that token. That's the last of the British barrages coming through. They have contributed in this game for sure, disrupting the German lines. It does make a difference. That's something to learn for future games. The use of artillery to pin units ahead of you as you push forwards.
Question: how many can you have?
Usually 1. Because he's British, he gets 2 in the game. So definitely worth his points, I think, for helping push forwards. It's a critical point in the turn. The first dice coming up is a German dice. Snap to action here with multiple units. These, the team here, the rifleman, put a shot, got a hit. On the infantry, caused a pin. Thanks to the officer, we passed our order test, removed a pin, reversed back with the Stug to get out of the way of the anti-tank gun, shot and missed with him. Officers did a run move to get behind here. And then finally the anti-tank gun is now ready and will now finally shoot here on turn 4. And we're going to go straight into him. We need a 3+. Whoa, like a plum hit if ever there was one. Right, so we're on D6 plus 4. Failed a 1, so it's just going to be a pin on him. In response, British pushing round on their left-hand side. Dingo's been and gone. He's gone off the table here, picking up 3 points for the British with a run move. And then an advanced move here with the cruiser tank has got it into this good position here. It's set up next turn to make a move off the board, but not before a flanking shot against that Stug. If you can hit on a 5.
I need a 5, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, good opportunity, but missed there on the move. And the bow machine gun shot across here and put a pin. No damage coming through, but a pin did come through against the air observer. So Mike's playing the mission. British dice coming up. Single pivots from these and dashing across here, really making a dash for this exit. If the Germans don't stop that, we will lose because that's 2 vehicles plus 2 units inside as well. Further breakthroughs with the cruiser tanks. This one here passed the test, now has no pins, advanced move, and it's got sidearm against a Stug. 3 up. It's a snap to action, by the way. 6 is a hit. Right, so you're on +4, +1 for point blank, +1 for side armor. So you're on D6 plus 6. A 1! Okay. Another pin, though. God, opportunity lost there. 2 shots going against the anti-tank gun, just for a hit. Got the hit, got the pin. And sorry, 1 dice for damage.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
1 dice needed 4+. And it is, and it's a casualty. So I'll just mark it with this dice across here. Oh, foobar here. Rolled on the foobar table. 6 rolled for the infantry squad across here. Something panicked them and they run off the ball just at the wrong point in the game. Yeah. Officers occupied the place where they were. Their intent was to start pushing through across here, but panic setting in with that squad instead. They reached the edge of the board and they've been removed from play. Ambush here. They sense that potentially a dangerous unit could come out of the half track. Tilda's just turned and pivoted. It's clear enough to shoot down here. Single shot, needing a 5.
Nope.
And missed. Okay, so actually rounded off the turn, completed our moves. So disembarked the motorcycles, got into the scrub here, put some shots into the officer and missed. Cleared all of our pins on the half track. Disembarked with the infantry. That would advance move of those. And across here, snap to action, shot. I think we hit and caused a pin, but no further damage against this brain gun carrier. It last time he pushed into the hedge. Officers moved across, shot, and I think got a pin. Infantry squad got their pin. Here, sniper team put a pin across here also. Stug advanced, swung around here, got a hit. Golden opportunity for us, but managed to only cause a pin. And then Mike's disembarked here with the officer and the infantry squad, all lined up for run moves to get off the ball. Another 3 and 3 points available. And if Mike's able to break off and get through multiple units off the table, that may well seal victory here for the British. They really are going for the breakthrough on both of these flanks. It's going well enough. Germans desperately trying to stop them from escaping off the board. At end of turn, we're going to go on to turn 5. The later stages of this battle, the game still hangs in the balance. It all depends on how many units I think can get off the board here for the British. Turn 5 next. Turn 5, first dice out of the bag. Mike can draw this one. Oh, 2. So that's fine.
We're both.
It's both British, yeah. British dice. Run.
Snap the action.
Oh, snap to action. Genius. Oh, man. Yeah, take a British dice out the pot. 2 units off the board.
First, though, because the bonus for the...
Officer, yes, do him first. We know those 2 are fleeing. They're not fleeing, but they're moving off. Trying to pass the test. Passed.
Yeah.
And I take it's going to be
Yeah.
drive straight, pivot, and go. We'll check the range on this one. Maybe, just maybe, you can do an 18-inch off the board. That's a massive move, that one. Really pivotal. Just going to flip that. That's out. 10 counter, 10, 5. So those 2 units off the board. He's almost made it off the board. Next 10, he'll get off the table. Well done. It is a breakthrough on this side. Next dice. Maybe, just maybe, get some more units off the table.
Oh.
A German dice. So German dice, officer snap to action. They're so useful in games. We get an extra dice if you snap to action. So first up, busted on morale here. I wanted to do an advanced move, but he's reversed instead and gone down. So Stugs out of it. Too many pins. The officer's in range here. Going to try and do a fire order on this unit if we can. Come on, 7 passed. So take that one away. I'm going to put a shot point blank range into the front of that cruiser.
So can I check then, just for my own, because you have been injured or wounds, or does that affect it now?
It would if you'd caused 1 more casualty, yes. Because I'm a 3-man crew, the loss of 1's okay. If I lost another one, yes, there would be. I think it's a -1 penalty to the hit rolls. We need a 2. Can't miss. +5 for armor penetration. 10. That goes through. So I'm just going to roll to see the results. 4's good. A 3. So it's a fire. It's not good. You take your pin plus an additional pin. You then have to do a morale test, which is going to be a 7 or less, which you pass. So the fire is put out, but you receive a down order. If you had failed that, the crew would have bottled it and disembarked. And then in very cruel fashion, I'm going to assault you with this infantry squad across here. So resolve this. It's a run order. It's fresh squad, no pins. We're going to assault this tank in desperation. So fully enclosed vehicle, we had to do a tank fear test, which we failed. So we have gone down instead of charging into the tank. If they were better trained, they'd have paid the points for it. I think they ignore that modifier, but because they're not they're not tank hunters, they're just regular infantry. They have decided not to go into that tank. So the officers then step back a little bit with an advanced move, and that's the snap to action done. So we're very interested to know whose dice comes up next. This is a big one. British dice. Right, we'll see what can be done. Very easy decision. Cruiser tank, as much of the temptation was to shoot, it's pivoted and it's gone off the board. Another unit escapes. Again, very interested to know which dice comes out next. German's last chance. It's a British dice. Germans still fighting here. They don't want to let this one go. It's not gone as smoothly for them. We've got an officer snap to action across. They'll do that in a moment. 2 attempts at trying to issue advance orders or run orders with these, and both have failed, and they've backed up here. So the pins really have worked. Something interesting to bear in mind. You can use infantry to pin these open top vehicles, making it more difficult for them to pass their orders, and it really has had an effect. They backed off. They don't like the firepower that's been coming through across here. Realistic, I guess, if they're coming under heavy firepower, both of the Brent gun carriers backing away with their crew inside. So snap to action proved devastatingly effective. Shot across here caused superficial and immobilized, and more pins. On this, which is already on a down order as well, from having backed off. This one that backed off was then assaulted by the infantry squad, penetrating hit, which is an auto-destroy. The unit has then got out, gone down, and then was shot at by the officer pushing through. Missed with the pistol. The rifle got a hit and a kill. Just 2 men left there from that squad. Dangerous stuff here. Infantry can be very dangerous against vehicles if they can get their assault in. Right, so at 10-5, most dice have been and gone. British officers made a dash across here. That was after this squad moved through, put some shots through, got a hit, no wound, but caused a pin on that infantry squad. They shot against him and missed. And that's it. We're running out of options now. Just the last couple of dice on the board. These are a test, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're fine. Remove pin and proceed as planned. Quite reliable, that squad. Steadily pushing forwards. And I think they're going to lay down some firepower into these. Might as well chase kill points if you can't make it off the board.
Yeah.
So 11 dice. No pins, you need 5s. So 5s for hits. There's a couple. Force to wound.
2, yeah.
Got 1. Passed for soft cover. So last of the dice being used. Sniper shot across here, missed. And pivot and move, and then couldn't, or pivot, move, pivot, then move, and then couldn't get the final pivot here to get an angle here. But we'll see if we can draw the first dice. A Stug literally chasing the spring gun carrier, and then a run move made with the half track. Mike's run off with the British artillery observer because he doesn't want a cheap kill, because we're getting 2 points per kill on the board. And that's it. We're going to go on to turn 6. Next, we'll gather up all the dice. This game does still hang in the balance. The Germans are picking up kill points is the problem for the British. And their force is depleted because a lot of units have actually left the board. Dice are in the pot here on turn 6. The first dice out is a German dice. It's a Stug in the rear. Going to be across, or we'll do... Oh no, or we could let the officer escape. Which one's it going to be? I'll go for the more guaranteed kill, so I'm going to try and execute him. Brutal. There has been some brutality in this game. Now, can we pass our order test is the question. We don't. They go down. No. Next dice. He's got a chance if he can get a British dice. Oh, he's picked up a couple. We'll try again. British dice! Just run him.
Yep.
Right, he's off the board. Done. No, another 3 points picked up. Well done. Next dice. Can you run the brain gun carrier? Nope. German dice. Right, Stug in the rear this time. Okay. So, pivot. And just to let you know we're there, we'll drive right up to you, and we're going to try and put a shot right into the back end of this vehicle. 3+. No miss! Next dice. Come on. German dice. Oh dear. Chase kill points. I'm going to go for an officer snap to action. I've got infantry to mop up across here, and then a potential assault into this brain gun carrier. Oh, we've got ourselves a now biter of a game here. Germans trying to go for kill points. British trying to escape. They're doing it with some units for sure. We have had an assault take place, and we just about managed to get our result and destroyed the brain gun carrier. Across here, at point blank range, shot and killed an infantryman, another pin, busted morale, and surrendered. So another destroyed unit. That's 2 destroyed units there for the Germans. Next dice out of the bag. It's an important one, actually.
Yeah.
British dice this time.
Nothing can really...
No, he's quite safe. So you could leave him
and
go on to... You got a cruiser, you got an infantry squad.
Yeah, need to think about this one a wee second.
Yeah, it could be a case, just saying, of backing off with units and trying to protect them to see the game out to make sure you don't get wiped out. So Mike selected to use this unit here. He's put them on ambush just in case German infantry try and spring a trap on them, just to try and help keep them alive. Parting shot for the Matilda. Mike's gone for a fire order. 3+. Show us how it's done. A 1. Okay, moving on. So we've had anti-tank gunfire across here, no damage. We then activated the Stug. It shot and missed, did pass its order test, issued a fire order and lost a pin. We then charged with the infantry. So this time they passed their tank fear, but as they charged in, they were ambushed, took a pin and a casualty. We then rolled very poorly for our damage roll. Only +2, so we didn't penetrate the armour or cause any trouble, then backed off after the combat. And that's then finished. The officer just moved across. So an attempt here by the infantry, but failed to take down this vehicle. Okay, last of the few dice we used up here. Nothing from him. Everyone's finished over here. Relocated with him. Nothing to do with him. Anti-tank rifle team's backed off into the corner just to stay out of the game. The half-track weaved its way through and put some shots and got a wound against the artillery observer as he fell back, but Mike passed a soft cover save, thankfully, to keep him alive. That is turn 6 finished. Mike can roll 4+ for the game to continue on turn 7. And it's a 3. Game over. We're going to tally up on the score here. This is going to be, I think it's going to be close enough, but maybe not. Mike's got a good number of units off the board. Another one of the brain gun carriers managed to escape crucially across here. That could even be the deciding result just over there. There's been holes like Swiss cheese in this German line across here, but it has cost the Allies. They've taken casualties for sure, so the result may well be quite close. I think perhaps the British have done enough to secure victory. Oh, the score was quite clear in the end. Yeah, so we'll give you the total. Mike's units that escaped, 3 vehicles, 3 infantry units. That's a total of 18, right? And then points for kill points is the killed the Stug and killed a 10-man infantry squad that was here quite early on in the game. So for another 2 points coming through, so that takes Mike to 20. Germans, their victory points are based on kill points, and we picked up kills for the infantry squad that fled off the board, the 5-man team that was destroyed from one of the Brens, the 2 Brens that were slain, and the cruiser tank across there was destroyed as well. So 2 points each, that's 10 points. I don't think there's anything else here for us to pick up points for. So the score is 20 points to 10. It is a clear victory to the British. Now it has cost them, but Mike stuck to the mission and has managed to escort a good number of units, 6 units off the table. So well played. The British have picked up a victory here by breaking through. At different points on the line, they broke through across here and broke through vitally across here. If you didn't break through across here, it would have been perhaps a different story. So Mike was wise to assault on 2 fronts here to keep the Germans stretched across the table. Good game though, good battle. Nice thematic game, nice mission this one. Something different for the Allies to try and break through a German line. Don't often see it in our Blitzkrieg games, but it did happen historically, and in this particular scenario, with a measure of success. All right, so units of the game picked out very quickly indeed. Good firepower laid down by those guys across there during the game. Matilda was solid, but for the Allies, Mike's going to give it to the artillery observer, who just about escaped with his life there at the end of the game. Yes, that cruiser on that flank that took out him, that helped open up that flank. Honourable mention for that vehicle during the game. And then for the Germans, it's going to be that infantry squad across there that took out 2 Brens, expertly done with stick bombs and grenades, taking out those 2 open-topped vehicles. That's units of the game for both sides. For more battle reports for campaigns, join us on channel membership. You can also unlock all of our terrain tutorials as well. You can make the roads, the hedges, and keep a lookout for more videos in that series coming through as well. You can also support us on the Patreon page. That'll get you the name and the end credits. You can join us on the WhatsApp chat group as well. And if you even go to the top tier, you get your name shouted out in all of our battle reports. Great game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. A big shout out to Aaron as well. Big thanks to him for lending us the army, helping Mike to get some practice in as he prepares to open up the eastern front, potentially, of his Russians down the line. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. And before you go, just to remind you, links below for MuddyPawTerrain. Do check out their polysand, different shades available. Remember to use that discount code in the video description below as well.